Hello, everyone. This is Carl Taylor with Midwest Athletics. We're here today with another 10 questions with a student athlete. Today, we're talking to a student athlete for the class of 2022 out of the Metro Detroit area from Chippewa Valley High School, Maddox Altamirano. He is a 6-foot wide receiver, DB, that carries a GPA of 3.75. What's up, Maddox? How are we doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing extremely well. So
I just want to say first off,
okay.
I appreciate it. Thanks for putting me on. I really want to thank you for doing this interview with me.
No problem. I appreciate you being involved with this. We tried to started this last year with interviewing student athletes that we felt like we wanted to get to know and help colleges get to know as well. I met you last year at the Hillsdale College Showcase that they put on every single year. I thought you were an exceptional athlete and very unique in your measurables and your 40 time and everything you did at the camp. You came in as a wide receiver, but you are an athlete. You play also defensive back, free safety for Chippewa Valley. So tell me how school's going so far during this pandemic era. Are you in school? Are you doing or you're doing virtual work? How's it going?
So for the first half of the year, basically, we're all virtual. So you just wake up, hop on a computer, do your classes, and then for me, it was in the fall, so go to practice right after, and that was pretty much my day. But now, starting in January, we switched to hybrid, so we were half in person and half online. And then actually, this coming Monday, we're going to go full time back to school.
Oh, that's cool. I think that's got to be exciting to get back into the classroom and seeing your friends, at least on the football team or friends in school. Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited about it. I can't wait. I haven't seen all those people that I'm used to seeing every single day for the past couple of years in a long time.
Right. I mean, it's kind of difficult sometimes to just be on a screen and not be able to see people, but being able to get that social experience, that you have in the classroom, and it helps you, become, very adverse to different people, instead of just seeing people on the screen. So tell people a little bit about Chippewa Valley, since we're talking about you going back in person. What's the school like? What's the football atmosphere like at Chippewa Valley? I happen to know your head coach, Coach Merchant. We have a mutual friend. He went to Brother Rice High School and has coached a few other high schools, but it's been on at Chippewa for several years now. So tell us a little bit about your school so people know.
Yeah, so my high school is grades 9 to 12. It's an amazing high school. I've loved every year I've been. Sadly, I only have one more year left. But, I mean, I've had a great time. All my teachers, all the kids there. It's a very diverse school. It's almost like you see new faces every single day. You think about it, you've been going there for a couple of years. You think you know everyone, but there's always someone new you never met before.
Well, and you're right about that, because Chippewa Valley happens to be in one of the biggest counties in the state of Michigan, Macomb County. Also the D1 school, which means it's the biggest division in football in the state of Michigan, as well as it's one of the largest high schools in the state of Michigan with over 2,000 kids. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's 2,500 students in this student. So I can see why you might see, new faces every single day. I did in my high school that I went to. We had about the same amount of students, and it was very not challenging. It's interesting seeing someone new every single day.
Yeah. But it's an amazing.
Multiple teams that you play. I know you're in the Macomb Red Conference, which is one of the top conferences in the state. So tell us, who were some of your biggest games and biggest teams that you played so far?
Every single year, the biggest game that we always focus on during the season is the first one. The biggest game we always focus on is Dakota, for sure.
Yeah.
It's our goal. It's always a big game. It's always hyped up. It's usually during the homecoming week, but this year we didn't have that, and it was good this year. It was fun this year because after all the summer and not knowing if we were going to play or not, we had to open up the season against our rival, and it was a crazy game. Usually there's a big turnout of people, but of course this year it was limited, but it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, when you play your rival and you're able to beat your rival, it's something that you will never forget. And I know me growing up playing my rivals, and my two boys playing the rivals and winning or losing, it was always fun to play them. So having a season to be able to play them, I'm sure you guys are extremely excited, especially the first game of the year. I mean, I know that was so much hype, going into the game,
Yeah.
being able to play because you didn't know you were going to play, and then also having to play the first game of the year.
Yeah. We do also have a couple other tough opponents, like Romeo's always tough.
Mm-hmm.
Cheer, Grosse Pointe South was new to the MAC Red.
Right.
Surprised a lot of people this year. No one really knew how good they were going to be since they've been in the white, but they moved up and they had a good season.
Yeah. Well, it's to be noted that you guys do play a tough conference, in that you even during the conference and outside the conference, you typically have a tough schedule. So you are playing against tough competition across the state of Michigan. So, since the season ended, what have you been doing to improve your skills, your off season? What's the things that you're trying to work on as before your senior year comes about?
I've been doing a lot. I've been in the weight room a lot, trying to put a couple pounds on, get stronger, faster. I've been going to Rising Stars, really good receiver work over there. Coach Antoine Mason's doing an amazing job with everyone. He's really helping us work on our fundamentals that a lot of people don't think about, but they're all really important. I've been doing Power 5 also, speed training with Athletes Edge, so it's Coach Jim Brown, and then also my coach from my school, Coach Wilson, has helped me out a lot. So I've been trying to get stronger and faster at the same time, also working on my craft, my fundamentals. And then I just finished 7-on-7 with Rising Stars, so that was good.
That's awesome. Yeah, 7-on-7 is becoming one of the biggest things in the Midwest, and helping kids who need some extra work or not playing a winter sport to improve their skill set, from the throwing to catching, deep coverage. And that's great. Rising Stars is one of the better ones that has a program. Legacies out there, Samai Sabati, and Indiana Preps has one as well. It's great to continue to work on your craft. And one of the things I think I like to hear what you said is you're working on your fundamentals. So many people don't do that, to work on the fundamentals, to get off the ball as a receiver. Make sure your knees are bent when you're doing the DB work. And that's great, because Rising Star has some great coaches over there. And then also, I know Jim Brown and his athletic edge and Power 5 extremely well. I met him a few years back when he was happened to see my son in the CYO running track, and wanted him to come over and do some experience work for speed. He is awesome at it. One of the best in the area, to help improve your speed, because one thing we know, speed kills. And so getting off the ball and getting open as a receiver is definitely definitely something that is going to help you in the fall, as well as recruiting wise. So, with the understanding that you're improving your fundamentals, what does your highlight film say about you today? I saw some incredible catches that you made, sideline catches. What else, you want to tell me that what your Huddle film is saying?
I think the biggest thing is shows my versatility. I can catch short routes. I can yards after the catch. I can catch long balls. But my route running, I seem to take pride in that. I seem to not say take my time, but I do slow down the game a little bit and analyze everything before. So I find holes. I know where the safeties are. I know the coverages. I know where to go. And it's really helped me a lot, learning the coverages and everything. And also another thing is like my breakaway speed. I do like to think that I'm pretty fast after I catch the ball, and I can get
right. And take it to the house. I like that about you, because your 6-foot frame allows you to play slot and outside, and when you move into the middle of the field, you're making those catches behind the back, or one-handed, and either on the sideline as well. So to me, your frame and measurables are definitely there, which is putting you in situations where you're going to make that incredible catch and outreach that DB when he's coming for the ball. So I like to ask, a few, fun questions. And one of those is, everyone has and watches, typically, if you play football or doing a sport, you have a favorite player, favorite team. Tell me, who's your favorite college or professional player today, and why?
I'm gonna have to go with my hometown native, Sean Murphy Bunting, who just won the Super Bowl with the Bucks. It's amazing to see that he did that coming from our area. It's awesome, and I take pride in that.
That is a intriguing person to pick, especially I believe he did go to Chippewa Valley, right? He's alumnus.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and knowing that he's alumnus, and I don't know if you've been able to meet him or not. His story and what he did this past playoff was incredible. I mean, he throughout the playoffs, he was amazing to watch with interceptions and I think early in the Green Bay game and the Seattle game, if I'm not mistaken. And then just in the Super Bowl, they just locked down the most powerful team offense this year in the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's definitely someone to have as a favorite player and try to admire behind. So as you look at going to the next level, what are the things that you are looking at studying at the next level?
International business has really caught my attention. It sounds like something I'd like to do, but I also don't have my mind made up yet. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
I mean, recently I think becoming an athletic trainer would be really cool. Help out kids in the area. I want to thank my athletic trainer, Miss Heather, for all that she does. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And being able to deal with kids like that all the time might be hard, but I can tell she loves her job, and I applaud her for it. I think it'd be really cool.
I can tell you right now that that's pretty cool about that, and she probably appreciate that. I can tell you that me and my friends from college where I played and in high school where I played, we never forgot who the trainer was. I was fortunate enough, I didn't see the trainer a lot, but we always knew who our trainer was for some reason, but they made an impression on us. And so I'm glad she has as well, because they are valuable people to have on the staff. Because the trainer can get you, if you get injured, the trainer can get you right back onto that football field. So definitely notable. I'm sure she appreciates that. So, I always ask another question about everyone has a personal slogan or mantra, as I call it. And I always want to know, what's the student athlete's mantra? What gets them hyped? What do they live by that gets them going? So do you have one by any chance? If you do, let me know what it is.
Yeah, I do. It's not really something I really hype myself up over, but it's something that I really think about a lot. It's yesterday is not today. So basically, whether you're doing anything with sports or just life, whatever happened the day before, if you didn't have a good day, bad day at work, bad play per se, bad practice, just forget about it. Just move on. Because especially with football, it can be a mental game. You got to forget about things that you did wrong. You got to move on from them. You got to just do better.
That's amazing you say that. There's another student athlete that has that same type of saying as well. And I think that's very important for people to know that things are not going to always go your way. There's going to be mistakes in life. And it's those individuals that make those mistakes that get off their feet and go back and then try it again. That is something that's very important. And I'm glad you got that. And I would say this, the richest people in the world fail before they became wealthy. And I've always told my boys that same mentality, that you're always going to fail before the goodness comes. And so fail first, and then that way you'll succeed. So Maddox, as we end this conversation with 10 questions with Maddox, what do you want to say to the recruiting coaches out there that are reviewing your Huddle film and communicating with you on a daily basis? What do you want to say to them as we end this conversation?
I think the most important thing that they should know, or that they want to know, is that I can get it done in the classroom. I'm going to get good grades. I'm going to study. I'm going to do everything I need to be eligible to play on game day. I'm going to work hard every single day of practice in the weight room to get bigger, faster, stronger, and do what they need me to do. I'm a very coachable player. If you want to, you can ask my coach, Scott Merchant. I like to think that I am, but hope he backs me up on that.
I'm sure he will.
I'm a player. I can play slot. I can play outside. I can play anywhere on defense you need me to. I can catch punts. I can return kicks. I'll do whatever it takes to help the team win. If that takes me running a defensive player off the line 40 yards for a run play, or another pass play to get a receiver open, that's not me, or blocking 10 plays in a row, I'll do what I have to do. and hopefully, I mean, that should, you know,
Well,
yeah.
from what I can tell from your frame, your size, your huddle film, it definitely says that, you know, you are definitely a coachable player. Seeing Chippewa Valley play in the state title game, I see how well they are coached up, and, you know, seeing you play as well and seeing the teams play this past season, the same thing. So I definitely know that you're a coachable player, and Scott Merchant would definitely probably back me up on that. So with that being said, I really appreciate you sitting down, talking to us, and I hope to see you at the Spring Academic Showcase in April. Enjoy school on Monday when you go back, and we'll be
Thank
talking
you.
to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.